Hello and welcome to this week's highlights from the Isthmian Premier Division in partnership as always with iSports Analysis. 2 games for you this week, including 3 teams who have had undefeated starts to the season. AFC Hornchurch have enjoyed a strong start to the season with a draw and 2 wins, including last week's 6-0 hammering of Worthing, while Kingstonian have drawn all 3 of their opening games. The away side's afternoon got off to a terrible start when Simon Cooper was hung out to dry by keeper Rod Tolfrey's difficult pass, allowing Chris Dixon to pounce and fire Hornchurch into the lead inside 10 minutes. The home side stayed on the front foot as they looked to double their lead and give Kingstonian a big job to do early in the match. They showed an example of their attacking prowess as they sprung forward on the counter following an overhit cross at the other end. Some swift one-touch football playing them up the pitch before Joe Christou finished the move off with a lovely finish past Tolfrey. The early 2-goal deficit appeared to spark Kingstonian into life. Louis Theopanos, the first to test the Hornchurch keeper, with a long-range free kick that floated harmlessly into his arms. After George Saunders nearly made it 3 for Hornchurch, Kingstonian came forward again, a shot from the right flashing just across the face of goal.
Saunders, get ready. Sean, read it. Overhead it.
Kingstonian began the second half with the shots easily saved by Joseph Asage in the Hornchurch goal, before the home side looked certain to make it 3, only for Dixon to drag his shot just beyond the far post.
Straight up!
Panis looked to be Kingstonian's biggest threat, shooting just wide before almost scoring by accident. Assage's goal kick thumped the striker on the back and flew back into the penalty area, the Hornchurch keeper beating him to the loose ball. When Hornchurch's third goal did come, it would be as well worked as their second. Daniel Uchechi's clever touch off the long ball allowed Dixon to thread the ball to Ronnie Wynne, whose shot was aided by a deflection to take it past Tolfrey and all but wrap up the win for Hornchurch. Kingstonian attacked in the final 20 minutes. They searched for a consolation and Hornchurch took their foot off the gas with the win safely in hand. The home side, however, were resolute in defence and almost added a fourth goal when Saunders' strike was palmed away by Tolfrey. Kingstonian's best chance at consolation came as the ball fell kindly in the box to Gus Sow, but the shot was blazed high over the bar. Kingstonian are still without a win to start the season, while Hornchurch are all the way up in second, only 2 points behind early league leaders Haringey Borough, who remain the only team in the division with a 100% record. Folkestone Invicta travelled to Potters Bar Town looking to continue their undefeated start to the Isthmian Premier season, with Potters Bar also hoping to build on a good start that's seen them win 2 of their opening 3 games of the campaign. Folkestone threatened early when a long-range free kick whistled just over the bar, before they finally took the lead on the 36th minute. Gerson dos Santos fed the ball to the left, where the cross was headed home via the underside of the crossbar by Scott Hurd.
Go for the nuts.
10 minutes into the second half, the home side drew level through a scrappy equaliser, Tim Roberts having to save a header from his own teammate before Josh Hutchinson finished at the back post. Folkestone wasted no time in regaining the lead, Kieran McCann swinging the cross from the left where Hurd was waiting to score his second of the match. Folkestone's Ira Jackson has made a habit of scoring from the bench this season and looked to make an immediate impact when his pass across the 6-yard box was blazed over the bar by McCann, who should really have scored from there. The super sub would soon add his name to the score sheet, however, rounding 2 defenders and then the goalkeeper before rolling the ball into an empty net. Dos Santos, who has also enjoyed a prolific start to the season, looked to create a carbon copy of Jackson's goal as he beat the keeper, only for his shot to come back off the post. It would ultimately be left to Jackson to put the icing on the cake in stoppage time, a confident left-footed finish into the far corner, securing the 3 points for Folkestone. The undefeated start from Folkestone, featuring 3 wins from 4, sees them at 3rd in the Isthmian Premier Division, while Potters Bar sit 10th after 2 wins and 2 defeats from their opening 4 games.
Edgy, what was your thoughts on the game?
I thought it was a game of 2 halves, if I'm honest. I thought that they started really bright. We came in not really expecting a lot from the pitch and got surprised. It's good out there, you know, so you kind of have your head in, you're going to have to play a certain way. But then there's no excuse to come in today that we should have moved the ball a lot better, a lot faster in the first half. I thought we got a goal against the run of play. Then obviously they equalised. The second half, I thought we were a much better side, to be honest. When the people had the ball, we had options, people spinning in behind, and I've got to say the goals were taken brilliantly. You know, I mean, Ira scored 2 great goals. Hurdy scored 2 great goals as well, I think, arriving late, which is what they asked him. It was a hot day, we knew that, and I thought in the end we deserved the win. But I thought they did really well, to be fair, against us, so it was a good win.
Obviously, you mentioned it's a really hot day and we've got just a 48-hour turnaround ahead of the Merstham game on Monday. What are you looking to change before that game?
Everyone plays the same days, you know, so everyone's going to feel as tired as the other team. It's about doing the right things. Like today was really about keeping the ball. When you got it, keep it, using it wisely, tiring the other side down. The game, because we didn't really use the ball that well in the first 45, was quite end-to-end and quite tiring. When we go into Monday, you've got to brush it off. You've got to go again. At the minute, I mean, we've got good points on the board, and we need to try and grab another 3, and that's what we'll go for.
And did you have a favourite goal out of the 4 we scored today?
I like them all because they all do something for you. 1-0 gave you a lead. I think that 3-1 killed it. And I mean, Santos did brilliantly and hit the post. I mean, it could have been 5-1 in the end. As unlucky for them, their player went off and they was down to 10. But at the end of the day, I think we plugged away. We played some good stuff at times. I mean, what is quite nice, I will say this, is when you tell someone like Hurdy that you've got to arrive later, you're in there too early, and then he scores a great header from arriving there later, and then he scores a great volley arriving there later. That's good, you know, because that's what it's all about as a coach, assistant manager or manager.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers, mate.
And we're speaking to Matt Newman. Matt, what was your thoughts on the game?
I thought it was tough. It was 4-1's flattering towards the end, to be fair. At half time it was sort of 50-50 really, but we done well when we conceded the goal. We done well to come back, so I think we just deserved to win it, but 4-1 does sort of maybe flatter us a little bit.
What was it like playing out there in that heat today?
It was tough. It was a bit of a slower feel to it for a little bit, but it was important to kick the ball, and I think we did for a little. From after half hour we started kicking the ball, and that improved it a lot. But yeah, it was tough.
And Ira Jackson came off the bench today to score 2 in the second half. Ira, are you pleased with the 2 goals?
Yeah, happy to come on. Probably should have scored 3. If I'm honest, I was a bit disappointed that I didn't get in the box quick enough for Jerson's cutback. But overall, good brace, and most importantly, we got the win. So that's the most important thing.
Cheers.
So Hornchurch and Folkestone continue their strong starts to the season. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next week.